Hi, I'm Juliana Reyes, and I am taking SPCE 683. And today I'm going to talk about PECS, which is the Picture Exchange Communication Systems. So currently PECS is used for younger kids, usually. I've seen it used most in preschool settings, where the kids really just want an item from another child or want to request an item. It works best for this age group just because younger kids can recognize the picture and it's a visual system of communication. Therefore, they understand it as well as adults and any teachers, parents, anyone that will come in contact with the child. For this reason, the system is actually universally understood, and therefore in different settings it will work. So first I'm going to demonstrate the system. Basically, I have here a few different pieces of paper, and they look like just little pictures, but really these are PECS symbols that I've actually gotten off of Boardmaker. So sometimes you could put them on a little ring like this for the kids to carry around. Makes it really easy. Maybe something that opens a little bit simpler than this. This is actually a ring I found that I just put it on. So obviously you'd start out at phase one with just using simple one picture pieces of paper to request simple items from one another. So I was only able to find a few items that I actually have in person here. So I'll take this for example. This is a picture of pretzels. The child might want a pretzel from another student, or might want a pretzel from up on a high shelf that a teacher can get. So with phase one, you would actually be sitting down with the child. There would usually be two teachers, and they would basically prompt the use of this PECS symbol for pretzels. And the teacher can either go up and get the pretzel or actually have the pretzel there to give to the child. This makes it easier for the child to know how to actually pick up the picture and show it. And you start off this way so that it's easier for them, and then later down the road you would have them actually go up and request the item, further and further distances away, with multiple partners, communication partners, and in multiple settings with different pictures and whatnot. So the child would put up the pretzels picture, or actually take it off the ring and hand it to the person, in which case you would obviously praise them and give them a pretzel, or this pretzel, or any kind of shape. In the very beginning, obviously, you want to stick with one certain shape, and then maybe down the road you can put different kinds of pretzel pictures on, just to kind of, get the child discriminating between different kinds of pretzels, and, the shapes are a hard concept for them to understand. And another example would be for the iPad, which I actually have a few different ones on here. And you would request that in the same way, obviously. So, and after phase one, you would obviously move on through the phases. Phase two would require that you work with more partners with the child. You require them to walk farther distances with the actual pictures, and you can exchange multiple items for obviously desired items, because you want them to make that connection by manding and actually get the specific reinforcement for it. In phase three, you would discriminate with various different types of desired items so that they understand. And then you're also getting them used to knowing what undesired items are so that they can discriminate between what they want and what they don't, so that they can actually just discriminate against all items and just know that either I want or do not want this, or someone else has this, or trying to ask about another student having something. So that's what phase three would involve. Phase four would actually include them using full sentences to request items, mostly manding. This way they're using full sentences and they're at the point where they can say I need or I want or things like that. So phase 5 would actually be answering questions. So if someone says, what do you want? They know how to respond as opposed to them just walking up to someone and saying, I need this or I want this. And phase 6 would actually include the use of PECS to comment or actually tact certain things in the environment. So if someone, or a child actually, we're talking about children in this case, but if the child wanted to, say, oh, the sun's out, they would have a picture of a sun or a full sentence that says the sun is out or something of that nature. So yeah, and that's how it would be used. And it's most beneficial for younger children, although it can be used for older students or clients in, in a clinical setting. However, I think that the more vocabulary they have and the more vocabulary that they have required, PECS can actually be, the PECS symbols can actually be used on a speech-generated device. So I would actually recommend transferring to a device, a speech-generated device. And in addition to that, PECS also has resulted in children acquiring regular vocal patterns, regular speech. So it can actually progress in one of two ways. So therefore, multiple kinds of communication systems are actually interchangeable at that point. So yeah, and that's the picture exchange communication system.